How to produce more brain cells. The content of this video is based upon the book titled The Neurogenesis Diet and Lifestyle, authored by Brant Courtwright. The book summarizes our current knowledge about how we can influence our brain's neurogenesis, which is the production of new neurons. It was previously believed that we stopped creating new brain cells once we became adults. Science has proven this to be false and coined the term brain plasticity. The brain is flexible. Everything we experience is constantly changing and shaping our brains to some degree. The hippocampus might sound like it's part of a college for hippos, but it's actually an important part of the brain, responsible for learning and retaining new knowledge. Certain factors that you will learn about in this video can have a big impact on the activity and brain mass of your hippocampus, and the size of it is directly related to the level of neurogenesis. You can increase your rate of neurogenesis at any age, and in the reference studies, it was possible to increase it by up to 500%. So, how can we increase our production of new brain cells? The book categorizes these things in 5 areas: diet, body, heart, mind, and spirit. Let's take a closer look at each of these, starting with the diet. The 4 most powerful dietary neurogenesis factors are blueberries, omega-3 fatty acids, ALA, DHA, and EPA, which are found in fish or krill oil. By the way, if you're vegan, you should look into supplementing with algae, because flaxseed oil is not adequate. Next up is epigallocatechin gallate, or EGCG for short, which is a powerful polyphenol found in green tea. However, chronic caffeine intake is detrimental to neurogenesis, so the author recommends taking decaffeinated extract supplements. And lastly, curcumin, a compound found in turmeric. Other food compounds and supplements that stimulate neurogenesis include quercetin, vitamin E, grapeseed extract, ginseng root, ginkgo biloba, goji berries, rhodiola rosea root, and lotus root. Let's move on to the body category. Exercise can massively increase your neurogenesis. Specifically, exercise that increases your heart rate, for example, high-intensity interval training. Other things include sex, proper sleep, music, silence, sounds of nature, and simply being in nature, and lastly, novelty and new sensory experiences. The heart category is about emotions, feeling good, experiencing joy, love, interest, excitement, essentially positive emotions. Of course, nobody feels these things all the time, but optimally, you should be experiencing these things often. Relationships are huge influencers. Positive relationships breed neurogenesis, while negative ones that cause stress, anger, or anxiety decrease neurogenesis. Feeling love increases neurogenesis by the means of oxytocin, the hormone associated with love and physical contact. When it comes to the mind, we have learning, reading, writing, problem solving, complex work that involves using cognitive abilities, discussing ideas, musical training, and also mentioned in the book was that there seems to be a very strong link between how much you use your mind early during your life and the prevalence of Alzheimer's later in life. For example, nuns that were teachers had much lower chances of developing Alzheimer's than nuns that didn't teach. This is called cognitive reserve. In the spirit category, we find mindfulness meditation, where you pay attention to your breathing, and compassion meditation, which involves wishing wellness to others. Prayer can also have a similar effect to compassion meditation. I want to end this video with a list of things that decrease your rate of neurogenesis and that you should avoid if you want a healthy brain. These are chronically elevated blood sugar levels, high amounts of carbohydrates, sugar, overeating, inflammatory foods such as fried foods, cooking oils, and factory-farmed meat, eggs, and dairy, chronic caffeine intake, smoking, alcohol, obesity, stress, despair, lack of engagement, depression. Blows to the head can be devastating to the brain. In fact, a single concussion doubles a person's chances of getting Alzheimer's later in life. Chemical and environmental pollution also play a role. For example, mercury, which is found in many fish, is the second most neurotoxic substance in the world. And lastly, deprivation of sensory stimulation or emotional nourishment. Basically living a boring life, not experiencing interesting things, never doing anything new, and living every day exactly the same. And by the way, excessive TV is also linked to increased risk of Alzheimer's. I put countless hours into creating this video, so I truly hope you enjoyed it. Links to the book and some of the mentioned supplements can be found in the video description below. If you enjoy this type of video and would like to see more, subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the next one.